Hey everyone, my name is Sophie from Sophisticated Organization. Welcome back to another Sophisticated Saturday where together we work through my to-do list and get stuff done around the house. Now today I am starting off by making my bed, a great way to start the day every day. I try and do this as early in the day as possible, although sometimes it ends up being after I've made myself a cup of coffee and had a little bit of breakfast and gotten dressed like I did today. After the bed was made, I am going to get right into my cleaning tasks, and the first one is to deep clean my bathtub. I've shared this once before with a bathroom deep cleaning video, but I am going to use a jet cleaner to really get all of the gross gunk out of there. So step one is to empty everything off of the bathtub area. I had some bath toys in there, and then start to fill the bathtub up. It needs to be about an inch or two above those jets. While the tub is filling up, I am going to get started a load of laundry. I'm washing my towels today. I'm also going to do a quick pickup of the laundry room because you can see there are things all over the place. I had some pieces of clothing that we were hang drying, so I'm going to grab those and take the laundry basket back. And now the tub is ready for that jet cleaner. It indicates exactly how much to pour in. So I'm going to pour in the next dose of that cleaner, start the jets, and let it run for about 15 minutes. Now you'll see I'm doing a lot of multitasking and doing something while the tub fills and then doing something while the jets run and trying to make the most of my time. I also have the laundry running right now. So while all of those things are happening, the jets are running, my laundry is started, I am going to clean my bottle and pump parts. During the week, our nanny is awesome and she takes care of cleaning these things, cleaning the bottles that she gives Owen and the pump parts I use throughout the week. But on the weekends, it's on me. So I filled up the sink with some bottle soap and I am going to get to scrubbing here. A few of you have asked questions about like my breastfeeding journey and stuff, and I did talk a little bit about it in my most recent Q&A video, but I am still breastfeeding. Owen is now 8 months old, which is crazy, and I'm hoping to make it to a year, but we'll see. It's so much work and it's just mentally and physically exhausting. And then you add stuff like this on top of it, cleaning all of the parts. But I guess regardless, even if you were doing formula, you'd still have all of those bottles to clean. So that doesn't necessarily make it any easier. Just finishing up with those last few bottles, and it has been about 15 minutes, and please don't be shocked and disgusted. I'm going to show you what the bathtub looks like. And I think the cleaner itself is green, so it turns some of the stuff green, but look how gross that stuff is in there. I'm going to drain the tub, let all the water run out, and then I am going to do some scrubbing just to make sure all of that gunk gets out. And I'm not 100% sure what's in the cleaner, and anytime I'm cleaning the bathtub, something that I personally soak in, we put our baby Owen to soak in there. I want to get all of the cleaning residue off of there, so I am going to do some scrubbing of the side of the tubs because you can also see there is a mark that was left there from while the jets were running. I'm just using a tub and shower cleaner and rinsing and scrubbing as I go. If you see me talking, Jim was actually in the bathroom and he just tossed me a toothbrush so I could clean the little grout areas. In that back corner, we had some baby shampoo spill and the big brush that I was using couldn't get in between the side of the tub and the wall. So that toothbrush was perfect to get back there. I do have cleaning tools that are like a cleaning toothbrush, but they're actually meant for cleaning. They were just downstairs and we of course, are in our bathroom. And since Jim was there, we get all of those free toothbrushes from the dentist. So he just grabbed one of those and said, like, we'll just call this another extra cleaning toothbrush. So once I'm done with it, I'm going to put that into our laundry room with all of my other cleaning tools, just so I don't forget and don't use that on my teeth. Also taking advantage of other things that I have in the bathroom. We have this little bucket scoop thing that's shaped like a whale that we use to clean Owen when he's in the tub. So figured I might as well use it to clean off the edges and sides of the tub from the rest of that cleaner that I was using. Finally, I'm going to use my microfiber cloth to wipe it all down, dry off the sides. I'm not going to worry about drying the inside of the tub necessarily, but I did want to dry down those sides. downstairs, and today I'm gonna be making two different things. One thing, I'm gonna make some quick baby food for Owen, and then a little bit later, we are going to make some cake together. It's a Martha Stewart recipe, and I loved it. So stay tuned for that a little bit later in the video. But for now, I'm going to make some quick baby food for Owen. I still have been making pretty much all of his food myself. I have given him a couple of pouches that I do end up putting on a spoon for him, but they are pouches that are like meat based. So he's now had bison and beef and salmon and turkey and chicken, and it's actually a really healthy brand, so I will link some of Owen's favorites in the description box below. This isn't sponsored or anything, but if you are feeding a little one and you're looking for something that's like a healthier pouch with just whole ingredients and no additives and stuff, these ingredients are like turkey and sweet potato and kale, and that's it. But it's also a great way to introduce him to meat because I don't have turkey lying around the house all the time, so I've used a few of those pouches. This baby food combination is from another website. I will link that as well, that I have found some great baby food recipes. They have like stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3 for when we're giving him purees. This one was a blueberry, chickpea, and rosemary puree, and I wanted to give it a try as well because I feel like whatever I'm feeding Owen, I want it to taste good to me too. So weird combination with the blueberries and chickpeas, but it was actually pretty good, and that little bit of rosemary adds some more flavor to it. And then I'm just going to store that in the fridge and save that for later for Owen. Today I also had a couple of quick organizing things that I wanted to do in the kitchen. We just got a grill, so I moved some of our grill tools that were just hanging out in the basement up to our kitchen and wanted to add in one more slot on that top drawer there for grill tools. And then I'm making space on the side for miscellaneous items like some Sharpies, a box cutter, scissors, tape that I use to label food, and things like that. I also recently got some new tea, and it was recycling day, so I quickly tore the tea out of the boxes and just shoved it into my tea organizer and did not organize it at all. So it was a mess in there. I wanted to pull everything out, organize it, get it in rainbow order, not only so it looks aesthetically pleasing, but also so I know what tea is what, because I am serious when I say I shoved it in there. There was like half of one packet in one section, half of another packet in another section, and this tea organizer makes it a no-brainer to keep things nice and tidy. I've really been limiting my caffeine. I drink decaf coffee every single day, and I try to even watch caffeine that I have in sneaky secret places, but tea is another spot where it's sometimes hard to avoid caffeine, and I found this variety pack of stash teas that are pretty much all decaf, I think, or most of them are decaf. So I can link the pack that I found on Amazon, and actually I think they're the same link. There's a bunch of different variety packs. They have one for fall teas, and I know we're getting close to fall, not quite yet, but the fall one looked really good, so I was kind of tempted to buy that one too, but opted for this one just because it had more decaf options. I couldn't quite fit everything in there because I did buy this multi-pack of tea, so it's a lot of tea. So I'm going to keep a couple of the boxes and stick those in the tea drawer as well because there is some extra space. So I am going to put those in the back, as well as a peppermint tea that I had there, my tea organizer, some little water packets I have, and then my matcha. Time to switch the laundry over, and then I had a hot pink pair of shorts I was going to stick in the washer just to wash them alone for the first time because I don't want them to bleed on anything. And then I'm going to head back to the kitchen to clean up Owen's high chair area, scrub the floor down. I'm going to scrub his high chair down before I do a little bit more picking up of the house. I shared building this high chair in another Sophisticated Saturday video, and we're really, really liking it so far. I love that I can pull it up to the table, but also Owen grabs the table with his dirty hands. He drops his spoons a lot. It's just a whole mess. So I need to clean off the side of the table. I need to scrub the floors. I need to wipe down his high chair. I try and do this as much as I can after every single meal, but it can be really difficult when Owen's done eating. He's messy. I'm trying to clean him off and I'm still holding him, and then I'm playing with him after. And then it feels like I have to wait till nap time to actually get a good clean of the area. You'll see I'm also going to add some dish towels on either side of his high chair. We do have a mat that I can put under his high chair, but it's not machine washable or anything. And I kind of find that just putting dish towels under each side is really helpful. I just had it on one side before because he kept dropping his spoon on that side, but he's now dropping it on the other, so we have it on both sides.
Catch me if I fall, so done with second guessing. You seem to have it all, in love enough for anything, emotional too soon. You got my invitation, now the rest is up to you.
Onto a living room tidy up, just folding the blanket there, putting the pillows away, and then of course all of his toys. He has toys all over the place, and then I'm actually going to head upstairs to his nursery and clean up his nursery as well because there are some toys on the ground. I needed to refold his blanket up there, and we did pull out a new toy for him that my parents got for him even before he was born. It's this little tree stump that has all of these animals that pop out of it. I'm not 100% convinced that it's not a dog toy, but regardless, he does seem to like it, but there are tags all over each and every animal that goes inside of that little tree stump and the tree stump itself. I hate tags on things, so I'm cutting those off and then stuffing all of the animals back into their little tree stump and picking up the rest of his bedroom.
If you wanna kick it, rendezvous, make some time for me and you, get you over, treat you right. We vibing like kick it, rendezvous.
Now I need to fold some laundry. I have our darks that I washed earlier. I have my stuff and Jim's stuff to mix together. So step one is separating my stuff versus Jim's stuff, and then on to folding mine. He folds his own laundry. Sometimes when I have time, I will fold his as well. But for the most part, I just fold my laundry and he folds his laundry. I never want to bore you guys with folding my laundry because I know it can be a little bit mundane. So sometimes I speed it up a lot and I get comments like, wait, I wanted to see how you fold your laundry. And then other times I get comments like, there was a lot of laundry folding. So it's such a fine balance for me of how much laundry folding I want to share. But the same methodology is pretty much how I do it every time, separating my laundry versus Jim's laundry. And then if I can, I like to fold like items at the same time. So folding all of my pants together, folding all of my tops together. It just makes it easier for me to keep folding the same way over and over and over again and just get in that mentality, especially when I have a big load of laundry. And then I can stack those items together, which then makes it easier for me to put away because I put all of my exercise tops together and I put all of my pajama tops together and all of my bras together. So it helps the folding process, but it also helps the process of putting things away. So next up, I'm going to make a little postpartum care kit for one of my friends. She is currently pregnant. She's actually not due until October, but I wanted to get working on this and get it together and send it out to her so she doesn't buy all of this stuff herself. If she knows to buy it, she's going to be a first-time mom, and I know that can be really difficult not knowing what you need. And then also, a lot of times I think moms or soon-to-be moms forget about taking care of themselves. They get all of these things to prep for baby and have all of the fun items on their registry, but forget that they're going to be going through something as well. Giving birth is not easy. Postpartum is not necessarily an easy time, so I wanted to just let her know that I'm thinking of her and put all of these items together. I will also say, I think another thing that I might do for her when she actually does give birth is send her like an Uber Eats or a DoorDash gift card. I felt like that would have been one of the best things that I could have gotten when I was newly postpartum is just food. If you are local and you want to drop off a home cooked meal or drop off food for a new mom or new family, I think that's a great idea. But if you aren't local, just send them a gift card to somewhere where they can order food. So I think that might be something that I end up doing as well for her. But for now, I just wanted to get these postpartum essentials for her. I know this isn't the most glamorous gift, but it is the essentials. And I put some adult diapers in there because, hey, they work and they actually help. Some Tux wipes, some little breast and nipple cooling pads and gels, a Peri bottle, some mother's milk tea that is supposed to help with milk production, a couple of little treats for her that are breastfeeding friendly, like lactation bars or those booby bars. Those are some of my favorites. So I gave her 4 different things. So hopefully that way she can like try them and see what she likes if she wants to order more, or she can just eat what I gave her. And I'm writing her a little note, letting her know that she can call me or text me if she has any questions about any of the items in there, giving her some words of encouragement on giving birth. And then I grabbed my computer because I needed to print a shipping label to put on the outside of it, but I also wanted to print out a couple of other things. I made padsicles for myself when I was pregnant. They're basically just pads with witch hazel and some aloe, and you can put lavender on it and you freeze them. So I printed out like a little article on that and instructions for how to do it, as well as a recipe for my favorite lactation cookies. If I was local, I would make those for her. Maybe if I was sending this box closer to when she was due, I would ship them to her and make them. But since this is a while before she's due, I just printed the recipe if she wanted to make them for herself before baby arrives. I also tossed in one more thing that just showed up on my doorstep, a dermaplast, and then it's time to put those recipes in there and I can package up the box. So I mentioned that today we're also going to be making a dessert, a last ditch summer dessert before I think I'm going to move on to some fall or a little bit warmer flavors. But today I am making a banana sheet cake with passion fruit frosting. Again, this is a Martha Stewart recipe. I'm starting by adding in my 4 large eggs that were at room temperature with 1.5 cups of granulated sugar and letting that whip up in the mixer for about 4 minutes until it creates a thick paste. While that mixes, I'm getting the rest of my ingredients together so I can add the dry ones to the wet ones and preparing my 9x13 baking dish there with some parchment paper that hangs over the edges just a little bit. For the dry ingredients, I'm adding in 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and then the rest of the dry ingredients are just going to be 1 2/3 cup of flour. So for the rest of the ingredients, I'm going to add in 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. And then the recipe says you can either add in vanilla paste or vanilla extract. I only have vanilla extract, so I added in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And then you'll also need 3 medium ripe bananas that are well mashed. It should be about 1 cup of banana. So I'm going to use a separate bowl to mash those first before I add them into the mixer. This recipe to me tasted like a really good banana bread with a passion fruit cream cheese frosting on top of it. So if you like banana bread and you like cream cheese frosting, you like the flavor of banana bread, this is going to be a recipe for you. I wanna see you again. I could travel 1,000 miles just to feel your arms around me. I added in that 1 stick of melted and cooled butter, as well as 3/4 cup of sour cream that I let sit out at room temperature for a bit. And that is it for the ingredients. So I'm going to give it 1 little stir around, make sure it's mixed nice and good, and then I can pour it into my prepared 9x13 pan. This is going to cook in a 350 degree oven for 30 to 35 minutes, or until you put a toothpick in and it comes out clean, or the top springs back when you lightly touch it. I'm going to clean up the kitchen a little bit, rinse out the mixer bowl and stuff because I'm going to use it again to make the frosting. So I'm going to pop it back on my mixing stand while the cake continues to cook and add in all of the ingredients for the frosting. So I'm adding in 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter that are just softened, as well as 1 pound of cream cheese that should be at room temperature. Then you can add in 1.5 cups of confectioner's sugar, which is just powdered sugar, and a 1/4 cup, they say fresh passion fruit juice. It's the pulp from 4 to 5 passion fruits, I guess. But if you don't have access to fresh passion fruit, part of the reason I wanted to make this recipe was because I found this passion fruit puree at Costco. It does have some honey in it, so there's a little added sweetness. But it's been really good to top on yogurts and stuff. And I've had this passion fruit slab cake recipe for a long time and haven't been able to make it. So I figured this would be perfect timing because I had this passion fruit puree. And I was able to find it on Amazon as well. It's definitely more expensive. So if you are a Costco member and can find it there, I would encourage you to pick it up and grab it. But if not, you can find it online as well. So I let the cake cool for a while, and now I'm going to top it with that cream cheese frosting, and it didn't quite have enough passion fruit flavor for me personally. The recipe does also say to put some more passion fruit pulp on top of it. So I followed that and added some more of my puree on top, spread it out with a clean spatula. So I wanted the passion fruit to look like it was popping from the top and not mix in with that cream cheese frosting as much. So a clean spatula worked great. And then of course I had to slice into it and try the cake myself, and boy was it delicious. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I am going to go enjoy this cake. So until next time, I will see you guys later.
Where you wanna be, so why do you keep testing me?